Wednesday, July 23rd will bring confrontations, shocking revelations, and a flicker of unexpected hope in Salem. As one family reaches the breaking point, another may finally begin to heal. But don't get too comfortable, because just when you think you've figured out who's in control, someone else makes a move that changes everything. Let's dive into all the drama coming your way in Days of Our Lives. Doug Williams III is no longer the smooth-talking schemer he once styled himself to be. The consequences of his reckless decisions have finally caught up with him, and this time, the fallout isn't just legal, it's personal. In a charged, emotionally raw moment, Doug stands face to face with Holly Jonas and Ariana Horton, the two young victims of his criminal entanglement. The air is thick with tension. Gone is the charm, gone is the swagger. Doug looks like a man stripped bare, bracing for a verbal storm he knows he fully deserves. Holly is the first to break the silence. Her voice trembles, not with fear, but fury. She demands to know why Doug dragged her into a mess she never asked to be part of. "We trusted you," she says, eyes burning. "And you used us like disposable pieces in your sick little scheme." Ariana, usually more reserved, steps forward too. There's no holding back this time. She accuses Doug of treating them like collateral damage, young, vulnerable, and easy to manipulate. Her words hit like daggers. "Were we ever real people to you? Or just a way to pay off your debts?" Doug doesn't fight back. He doesn't interrupt. For once, he listens. Every accusation, every tear, every ounce of heartbreak, he absorbs it. And in that moment, he finally begins to understand the depth of the trauma he's caused. He offers an apology. It's soft, unpolished, and filled with regret. But will words be enough to undo the damage? Forgiveness in Salem doesn't come easily, and redemption is never guaranteed. One thing's for certain, Doug's exit from Salem won't be a quiet slip out the back door. It'll be a scar that leaves a mark on everyone involved. At the Kuriakis' estate, something unexpected is happening, something almost tender. After weeks of custody tension, barbed arguments, and emotional wounds that felt too deep to heal, Xander Kuriakis does something no one expected. He lets Sarah Horton spend uninterrupted time with their daughter, Victoria. No snide remarks. No passive-aggressive threats. Just space. For Sarah, the moment is almost surreal. Holding Victoria close, she feels something she hasn't in weeks, hope. It's a simple scene, mother and daughter, smiles shared, giggles exchanged. But behind Sarah's eyes is a storm of cautious curiosity. Is this Xander turning over a new leaf? Is this the first crack in his icy exterior? Or is this just another strategic move, a calculated kindness before the next round of legal warfare? Even Xander himself seems unsure. Watching Sarah with their child, he's quiet, contemplative. There's a flicker of something human there. Maybe even remorse. This brief thaw in their frosty co-parenting dynamic could mark the beginning of something new, or it could be the calm before a brutal courtroom storm. Either way, for the first time in a long while, Sarah allows herself to breathe. Just a little. But in Salem, even peace can be a dangerous illusion. And in the game of custody, trust is both the prize and the trap. Inside the velvet-draped halls of the DiMera mansion, a new power scheme is quietly being drafted, and Tony DiMera is the architect. Tony, ever the gentleman with the soul of a strategist, invites Gabby Hernandez for a discreet, late-night conversation. No public spectacle. No boardroom fireworks. Just two master negotiators discussing the next potential seismic shift in Salem's power structure. What Tony offers isn't just a favor, it's a calculated invitation to betrayal. He wants Gabby's help to orchestrate a takedown, specifically targeting Xander Kuriakis and Philip Kuriakis, two names Gabby has clashed with in both boardroom and bedroom. The plan? Reshape the power balance in Salem's business world. Eliminate distractions. Consolidate control. To Gabby, it's like being handed a loaded weapon and the blessing to use it. But she doesn't say yes, not yet. Gabby's not new to this game. She knows that DiMera deals always come with fine print and hidden blades. The allure is strong, reclaiming her influence, reasserting her place at the top. But is Tony really being transparent? Or is she just a pawn in a bigger game? Tony smiles his polite, unreadable smile. You and I both know, Gabby. Salem isn't run by those who wait. It's ruled by those who strike first. This moment is a pivot point. If Gabby accepts, she risks entering a new war, one that could destroy her enemies or backfire spectacularly. Because in the world of DiMeras and Kuryakises, allies today can become enemies tomorrow, and power always comes at a price. For Brady Black and his son Tate, the search for answers has been long, emotional, and exhausting. Ever since Sophia Choi claimed she gave birth to Tate's child and quietly placed the baby with adoptive parents in Chicago, the truth has felt just out of reach, blurred by confusion, heartbreak, and suspicion. But today, everything changes. They finally find her. When father and son arrive at Sophia's location, the energy shifts immediately. She looks disheveled, anxious, like someone haunted by a truth too heavy to carry. Her eyes dart nervously, her words hesitant. And then, the truth starts to spill out. In a trembling voice, Sophia admits that there were no adoptive parents. At least, not in the official sense. There was no paperwork, no vetted couple, no final conversation with Tate. Instead, she confesses something even more jarring. I left the baby in a safe haven drop box. I didn't know what else to do. The air is sucked out of the room. Tate is frozen. Shock, betrayal, and disbelief ripple across his face. The idea that his own child, a baby he never had the chance to meet, was simply left behind, without warning, without even the dignity of a conversation, devastates him. Brady, trying to stay calm for his son's sake, clenches his jaw as he demands answers. Why didn't you tell Tate? Why didn't you call us? His voice trembles, not with anger, but with a quiet desperation. He's been through custody battles, heartbreak, and complicated paternity twists before. But this is personal. Then comes the final twist. Sophia reveals that the child, a baby boy, was retrieved from the safe haven box not by the police, not by a nurse, but by Javi Hernandez. Suddenly, the pieces don't fit. Why was Javi there? How did he know? Was this planned, or just a cruel coincidence? More importantly, where is the baby now? And who has him? The mystery deepens, but one thing becomes terrifyingly clear: the truth is far more complicated, and far more dangerous, than they ever imagined. Tate and Brady are no longer just fighting for the truth. They may now be fighting for the child himself. As the dust settles on another explosive day in Salem, the emotional aftershocks continue to ripple through every storyline. Doug Williams has faced the wrath of Holly and Ari, but the guilt may only be beginning to eat away at him. Sarah and Xander share a rare, vulnerable parenting moment. Could it mark the end of their war, or the calm before the next emotional battle? Gabby holds the keys to a dangerous new alliance, and the offer Tony DiMera made might just shift the entire corporate power structure. And now, Brady and Tate know the truth. But the question remains: how much more has Sophia hidden from them, and can Javi Hernandez really be trusted? Meanwhile, across town, Marlena Evans remains hospitalized, trapped in a fog of medical mystery and fragmented memories. Susan Banks has returned, bringing with her visions, premonitions, and chaos. And the trial of Johnny DiMera is about to begin, with Salem's fate hanging in the balance. The tension is building, the alliances are shifting, and in Days of Our Lives, nothing stays buried forever. If you've made it this far, you're officially hooked, just like us. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss another twist, collapse, or courtroom shock in Days of Our Lives. Drop a comment below and let's talk. Do you think Sophia's story checks out? Or is there more she's still hiding? Will Brady and Tate go to court to claim the baby? And what do you think Javi's true motives are? Thanks for watching, and remember, in Salem, the truth always comes out. But it rarely comes without a price.